Jones will score. Touchdown, Packers. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is going to be stone cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Take it in at the 22. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Hey, 26.
Rodgers now on 1st down. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And a tackle going to be made at the 38.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. Look at a nice little drive brewing right here.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. So no gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers letting one go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. There's a nice move, and he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 6-0 our score after 1.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. It's Mixon on the counter. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here we go.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Once again, they run with Mixon. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
I'm fine. Ready?
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Here we go, here we go.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage. On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
To Mixon, and he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Another try for Mixon. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well.
Here we go.
I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
3rd and goal. Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Where y'all going? Over here.
Snap comes at 1. And this throw will be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Burrow. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. McPherson's kick is good, and that will tie things up at 6-6.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Rodgers. He completes it to Beckham. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he slings one that's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Bulldozes past him.
And they are into field goal range now as he's got the 1st down at the 26.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. Over the middle to Beckham. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Touchdown! Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this 1st half. This time, the extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they'll have time for 1 play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
On one, ready?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
65 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackling charge.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now Burrow on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
Credit the secondary, credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Packers are going to take
ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete there to Beckham.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. And they give the Jones off tackle. A nice little juke.
And a short pickup to about the 25.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Rodgers.
A check down here to Jones.
And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2nd and 8.
You got 58. 30.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Hey, check 26. Back one.
From the 36, Rodgers.
Out route, he finds his man, it's Jones. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Rodgers now on first down. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
And the Bengals are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On the delay, it's Mixon. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. Not losing with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
On 3rd down, Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 33.
A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Pass caught, it's Romeo Doubs.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there are going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll bring up second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a third down and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, here's Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
A big one coming for kicker Eddie Pinheiro.
This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They will throw on first down with Burrow.
And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 38. Now it's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A good pickup there, a 22.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
This is Mixon on the draw. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's first and goal.
Here's a run with Mixon, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon,
a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Rodgers throwing here.
This one swung out here to Jones.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Rodgers to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now Rodgers. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. To the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Fields the squib kick. Now on the return. Oh, no, the ball is loose. So a teammate picking him up there. That was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Green Bay,